Hello guys, welcome back to the AI automation tutorials. In this video, we are going to be working on the next workflow, that is LinkedIn automation. In this, the plan is to make sure that whatever that's being planned on the Google Sheet is being imported in the N8N and is processed on Tably, which is a tool that searches on the web. So this tool is gonna provide its research to the AI agent, and then it's gonna provide a response, which is gonna be stored in our Google Sheet back. So this is the plan. This is gonna be the part one. Now let's dive into it. So let's place a scheduled trigger, which which activates daily on a daily basis. We want the workflow to be activated and produce some response every single day, and get it stored in the Google Sheet. We can make it trigger any time of the day. So for now, let's keep this aside and make this workflow activated on a manual trigger. Okay, once you set up the manual trigger, let's hit on the plus button and search for Google Sheet. In the Google Sheets options, we want the rows of the sheet, the individual rows of each sheet to be imported. So we're gonna select get rows in sheet. Now the same that we did for Google Drive and Google email, we're gonna do the same for Google Sheets as well. But before that, we're gonna make sure that the Google Sheets API is enabled in our Google Cloud account. So let's go back to the folder, to the dashboard, and then search for APIs and services, in which we're gonna search for Google Sheet. We're gonna hit the enable button. Now wait for some seconds for it to be enabled. Yeah, here we have Google Sheets enabled. Now all we're gonna do is sign in with Google in the Google Sheets node. The same process that we did for email and Google Drive. So yeah, the resource is gonna be sheet within the document. We want to get the rows. The document will be the one that we plan to process on. So yeah, for reference, you can see the document that I made. The first column is a topic. This is gonna be the topic that we're gonna make the content on. The status is to do, and the content is still missing, which is gonna be filled up by the AI agent. Now let's click on linked post. Sheet will be sheet one. And by adding filters, we can make sure that we only select by the columns and by the values. So if you want to select the rows in which the column is status and the value is to do. So yeah, let's look at it in a table form. So since all the rows have status as to do, we are receiving all the 11 rows, which is an indication that our API is working and the Google Sheet is being forwarded to the N8N. Now here's another option that we can choose from, like return only the first matching row. Now, if we execute the step, it's going to return just the first row in which the status is to do. Yeah. So this is all we got in here. Now, after this, we're going to add the node of HTTP request. Now, our plan is to get the rows, get the first row in which the value is to do, then pass it on to the web so that the topic is researched and content is produced. So for this, we're gonna head towards Tably. Tably is a really strong platform on which you can search the web and produce some researched content. Okay, so here I am on my Tably dashboard. This is my account, I just made it. And all we gotta do is produce an API key so that we can connect N8N to our Tably account. Let's name it Demo 5. And copy the key. Now we gotta head towards the documentation of this software so that we can take some reference about how to connect API and go around stuff. Let's click on API reference. Now I'm not gonna deep dive into understanding what the post request is, what the get is, or on HTTP request. We'll just understand enough to be actually able to make the workflows. So we have here a post request on which we are given the operation of search. But here you can extract as well, crawl, map as well. All these are the post request. And yeah, one more thing, we're gonna use the post request because we're sending some data to get some data back. Had we just been asking for something, in that case we would select get. But since we're also sending something and getting some response back, expecting some response back, we're going to select the post. Okay, now this you can see the curl code on your right hand side. Just copy this code and paste it in the import curl option that's been given on the configuration panel. Then post the curl command. Now it's magically auto-filled, and this is a really beneficial feature of curl codes. So yeah, what we can see here is the URL is search, and this will depend on the type of post request you are using. Like I said, here we are using search. Had it been extract, you would have written extract over here. So yeah, like with connecting any APIs, we write authorization as the name. Value is oops, value is always the bearer plus the API key. So now we are good to go. Now let's see what this produces. So always show the data, although it will make the browser a little slower. So yeah, here's the surprising part. Now, if you look at the JSON code closely, you would see a query. Who is Lionel Messi? So yeah, here we got a response back successfully from Tableau, researched detailed response. Like we can also see the URL over here. We can actually go to this URL and we can see the Wikipedia page of Lionel Messi. Who is Lionel Messi? Our response, I mean our query. So yeah, in this video we saw how you can fetch the data from Google Sheets, go towards HTTP request and generate a researched response. Now in the next video we'll see how you can add AI agents to it. Stay tuned and keep learning.